All right, are you ready?
Okay, I'm okay.
Okay, great. Can you tell me your name, please?
My name's Tania.
All right, Tanya. Let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
Student. I'm a student.
Okay. And so, what are the most popular subjects in China?
Air. I study air and painting.
And so, why did you choose this subject?
I started Suzhou universities to start.
And so, what are your favorite classes?
My favorite classes is music.
Why?
Because I often like singing. I often like to sing some music, and my idol is a singer. So I I'm more like to sing than paint.
All right, thank you. Let's talk about your neighborhood. So, which part of town do you live in?
Which town? Pardon.
Which part of town do you live in?
Oh, I live my my house close to a park and called long-term park. And last week my mom and I went to mountain and in this park.
Okay.
And,
what kind of shops are there in your neighborhood?
What shop? I don't shop with my neighborhood.
Okay. Do you get along well with your neighbors?
Yes, I do the last with my neighbor, and
Okay. What's difficult about living there?
I think it can expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your favorite place. What place do you like to visit?
I like overnight swimming and with at the wake. I often went to swimming pool in my communicate.
Okay. Is it popular with many people?
Shopping. Then have dinner with my friend.
Okay. Has it changed very much since you first went there?
I think that
Okay. In this next part, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab your topic for you. Just a moment. And so, can you see the topic? Can you see the topic?
Oh, I see the topic.
Okay. I'll give you 1 minute to prepare. All right, Tanya, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Yes. I want to speak in I am going to speak in museums and historical museums. And this is he is lot he is Suzhou museums and my university in there. Last years, um, my friends with us to to enjoy life and the record historical things. Uh, um, and that I said many historical things for in my country, and there and there I think that it is very it is should very traditional Chinese culture, and, and that they had many people and his his disciple is very experienced, uh, and I and my friends and I um always painting some beauties and, and Chinese his traditional beauties, and that that I think have many interesting
All right.
beauties.
Thank you. Do you often go to historical places?
Um, I did it. Two questions. I always I always went to interesting historical place, such as museum of um, of Chan.
All right. Thank you. We've been talking about an interesting historical place. I want to ask you some questions related to this. How do people in China feel about protecting historical buildings?
Uh, people always think it is very meeting trend, um, because his records and um, many about the histories, uh, history thinkers and people let me to remember my country's history.
Okay. When you said it can help you to remember your history in your country, why does that work that way? How can you remember?
Why this? Because my country is a big country and has many things in the past.
Okay. All right. Do you think an area can benefit from having an interesting historic place locally? If so, in what way?
Yes, I think interesting history place is very it is very necessary.
Okay. Can you tell me in what way it's necessary?
You think that when we can start many energy such as we can start about how to do something, how to do something. If the if my if my if my dad to don't to about do about something, and I always can I can to start start about his story to learn.
Okay. What do you think will happen to historical places or buildings in the future?
I open to start to learn um, uh, 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 I think that I think that his story historical place such as Dubai and do footage. There's with many many parties.
Okay. Why do you think so?
He's because she because she is very famous in my country.
Okay. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it. Anything else you want to say to me?
I
No? Okay. Thank you, Tanya. Hello, sir.
Hi, Wolfo.
Can you tell me your name, please?
My name is Tom.
All right, son.
Yeah.
Let's talk about accommodation. What kind of place do you live in? Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Yeah, I graduated. I live in an apartment at school, and I live in an apartment with my classmates. We live together, and in the daily life, we will chat together, and sometimes we will play games. Like the name is called Sanguosha, something like that, and we will play it in the afternoon in our free time, in our break time. Yeah, we enjoyed it. Yeah, I like
Uh,
this. I like life.
all right. How long have you lived there?
Um, 1 year. Yeah, it has been 1 year.
Mm. Are the transport facilities to your home very good?
Sorry, can you speak again?
Sure. Are the transport facilities are they very good to your home?
What's the meaning of the facility? Uh, Transport facility. Uh, Sorry. Maybe I guess that uh, I walk to school and I walk to school. Yeah, I always walk to school because uh, the distance from my school, my home to school is only 100 meters, maybe.
Okay.
So I always walk to school.
All right. Let's talk about your favorite place. What place do you most like to visit?
Visit. Uh, I like sports, so I don't like the Arctic Gallery. I don't like the New Zealand. I own the favorite place is actually the basketball playground.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, what kind of shops are there in this place?
What kind of shop? The basketball playground. What kind of shop? Maybe uh, the store sell this that they sell some water, fruits, instant noodle, something like that.
Mm.
Environmental, environmental.
Is this popular with many other people?
Popular with many other people. Yeah, every every people like me who loves basketball playground. We will, yeah, it is popular with many basketball players
Mm.
and basketball lover. Yeah.
Mm. Has it changed much since you first went there?
Um, yeah, right. Because lots of people go to the basketball playgrounds, so it is not enough. Yes, the place is not enough to so many people, so they have to expand the yeah the expand the place, the space.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's talk about your country. Which part of your country do most people live in?
Guangdong, yeah, maybe 2,000, almost 2,000 people live in Guangdong.
Mm.
I live in Guangdong as well,
Mm.
and I think it is a place that uh, everyone want to live there
Mm.
because they have firstly they have here there is a lot of place that we can visit, like some place of interest such as um, maybe the Happy Valence and like the Disney yeah, Disney Garden, and like that name called 锦绣中华. Yeah, it is an international place
Mm.
for everyone. We can learn some culture, Chinese international culture in there, and lots of people. If someone loves the Chinese culture, they have to. I think then we'll love this place.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. In this next part, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
I understand, good.
Okay. And so what I'd like you to do is tell me if you can see the topic. So you can see the topic, yes?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Give you 1
Of
minute.
course.
Give you 1 minute to prepare. All right. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Yeah, of course. Describe a city you have visited which has impressed me. I think it is Bath. It is located in England, and I went to there because it is because schools organize their activity that uh, it give it gives opportunity for students to go abroad and we can study with the local student, and it can help us improve our English abilities. Yeah, I think so. And we can visit lots of we will visit a lot of places of interest. Uh, Bath is one of it, but uh, it is maybe the town. Town I love it because it has many things. Uh, I think it has many article things for people to see to desert. Um, the architecture is also uh, very beautiful, and I think it is yeah. I don't know how to describe that feeling, but it is very different, uh, different from what the architecture what I ever seen.
All right. Thank you. Do you often go to many cities?
Um, Not often, but at the holiday, I will if I have time, if I have enough time, I will. Uh, our family will have a trip to many cities. Yeah,
Okay.
and
We've been talking about an interesting city that impressed you, and I want to ask you a few other questions related to this. So,
okay.
uh, what are the main facilities in a large modern city?
Sorry, can you speak again?
Sure. What are the main facilities in a large modern city?
What's the meaning of majority?
Main facilities would be anything that people can use to live their life in the city, anything that would be considered like a public park, office buildings, anything that people use in the city to make their life a lot easier.
Oh, so the question is what facility?
We're looking at what are the main facilities, like what are the main things that are in a city for people to use.
I guess that um, the park.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, it is Many people will go this place to work, to use the um, to use some, I don't know, to use some something for food, like they can in there play the chess, they can do some sports, they can climb the mountain, and
Okay.
then they can do lots of things and in
Okay.
there.
Okay. And so which one do you prefer?
Which one? Um, Maybe I prefer the uh, I prefer climbing mountain. I think it is helpful for my health, and yeah, I think it is a good sport, excellent sport. I can, I like
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
So how do you compare a modern city with a small town?
Sorry, can you speak again? What?
Sure. How do you compare a modern city with a small town?
Um, I don't know how to say which one is better, but I think the modern cities, the modern city advantage is that um, uh, the 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 server is enough for people, and we have the basketball playground, we have the hospital, we have the maybe lots of things, but it is very environment for people who live in the modern cities. Uh, yeah, but I think it is the advantage.
I,
Um,
I
but
see.
yeah, furthermore, I think the disadvantage of the people live in the modern city is that we will face the traffic jam, we will face lots of things. Um, if this city have lots of people that maybe we don't have the lots of we don't have enough jobs for them, and if they don't have the job, they can't afford the rent, they can't afford lots of things, they can't make a living. Yeah,
Hmm.
if you live in a small town, uh, maybe the life will change. Maybe you can't um, enjoy the life like you live in the modern city. You can't uh, play. You can't went to playgrounds easier. You can't go to the hospitals easier. But you can. Uh, if you live in a small town, it will relax your stress.
All right. Thank you, son. Any questions? Anything you want to ask me?
No, I don't have question.
All right. Thank you, sir. See you. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Okay. My name is Kevin.
All right, Kevin. Do you work or are you a student?
I'm a student.
And what are the most popular subjects in China?
I think the popular subject is math
Eh,
because I think China's student feel easy to math.
I see. And so, why did you choose the subject?
Pardon?
Why did you choose this subject?
What do you choose? Why do you choose the subject?
Okay. So what are your favorite classes?
I think it's math because my math is better than other subjects.
All right. Thank you. Let's talk about your neighborhood. Which part of town do you live in?
Sorry.
Would you like me to repeat that? Would you like me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Then you should ask me. Can you please repeat that?
Oh. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Let's talk about your neighborhood. Which part of town do you live in?
I think is is a big town.
Okay.
Maybe.
What kind of shops are in your neighborhood?
What? What? Can you repeat the question?
What kind of shops are in your neighborhood?
What kind shops in your neighborhood? I think shops. I don't know.
Okay. Do you get along well with your neighbors?
Do you give? Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because
Do you get along well with your neighbors?
do you give a number in your neighborhood?
Okay. Let's talk about your favorite place. What place do you most like to visit?
I think my most I think is the shopping mall because I like shopping.
Why?
Because I like buy clothes with my friends, and we can also to eat. We can also eat dinner or lunch together.
All right. Thank you. In this next part, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? All right. First thing I need you to do is tell me that you can see the topic. So can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, give you 1 minute to prepare. All right, Kevin, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. Describe this. And this place is Great Wall, and it is located in Beijing, and you can see here now, and I can saw no I can see a very long street maybe, and I think the Great Wall is interesting because it is very famous, it it is difficult for 1,000 years ago. So I think it is very interesting, and we can find many we can find many diff we can find
All right, thank you. Do you often go to many historical places?
no.
All right. We've been talking about an interesting historical place, and I'll ask you some follow-up questions related to this. And so, how do people in China feel about protecting historical buildings?
I think they feel exciting. No, feel. I think it's interesting, and maybe some maybe only interesting.
Okay. So when you say it's interesting, what do you mean?
People want to go to see the historical place.
Okay. Do you think that an area can benefit from having an interesting historical place locally?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure. Do you think an area, a place, can benefit from having an interesting historical place locally? So is there any benefits to having something like the Great Wall or something that you described earlier in your neighborhood? What would be good about that?
I think funding is the I think is money.
Okay. So how would that get money?
Maybe to to because that Great Wall is famous, and it can take in maybe taking people to visit, and we can uh, we can can you can
That's all right. Let's think about what will happen to historical places in the future. So what do you think will happen to these places in the future?
I think they are disappear
Okay.
because they have a long history, and I think in the future maybe people will create more danger um, danger dangerous things.
Okay. Why do you think they'll create more dangerous things?
The science is improved quickly, and I don't know people will find what.
Okay. So I'm not quite sure what you mean that it'll be more dangerous because of science. Can you tell me how that works?
Maybe the atomic science.
Oh, I see. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. I get it. Is there anything you want to ask me?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. See you later,
Yeah.
Gavin. Bye. What about you, Puss? Anything you want to ask?
Yes. It's early of today, so we finished the speaking test with class A,
Okay.
and
Alright.
then the meeting IDs of class B is the same with class A.
Yeah, that's fine. And then same for Patrick. It seems to be okay.
Okay. Yeah. See you.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.